Hi, I'm Henry, and I'm doing my presentation on Aristotle's Politics, Is the City Natural? What is natural? To most, when the word natural comes to mind, we would tend to think of anything full of life, free, or the earth we live in and everything on it. Aristotle felt the same way because of the way he refers to the city as a partnership, or koinonia, which is a political association. There's also another type of partnership, which is the household that Aristotle refers to on the topic of natural. When thinking of a city, one wouldn't tend to think that it is natural, but in fact, it is much more natural than we realize. The relationship the household has to the city will further explain this. Aristotle defines the political association as the most sovereign because it involves many other types of associations. The associations that make up the city are the household, village, and finally the city. Just like the city, there are several types of associations that make up the household, which are master and slave, man and woman, and the parents and children. Let's take a look at the nature of the partnership of the city first. It starts with a household, which contains several partnerships of its own, superior to inferior, or as Aristotle puts it, ruler and ruled. The first partnership of the household is master and slave. The nature of the master and slave is everywhere in life. The relationship between body and soul is very strongly connected with the idea of the ruler and ruled. The body is ruled by the soul, and the passionate part of the soul is ruled by the intellect and the part of having reason. Just like the soul rules the body, the man rules the beast. This connects to master and slave because the slave is wholly lacking the deliberative element that the master has. The lacking of the deliberative element is what separates the man from the beast, just like it separates the master from the slave. The nature of man and woman also is driven by a relationship of ruler and ruled. In any given household, the ruler, whether it be a man or a woman, is the one who holds the management. As a slave lacks the deliberative element that the master has, the relationship between the man and the woman is a little different, but works along the same lines. Whether it is a man or a woman who rules the household, the other has a deliberative element that the slave doesn't have, but they lack the authority that the ruler of the household has. The relationship between the parents and children also works along the same lines of ruler and ruled, and it is what will take us into the connection between the household and the city. The parents, father and mother, rule the children because the children are not yet complete. They haven't yet to learn and grow into a man or a woman. When they become a man or a woman, that marks the end. So how does this connect to the household and city? Nature in itself is an end. The city is also an end. As the child learns and grows into an adult, the household must also grow into a city. The child reaches its full self-sufficiency when they become an adult, and the same goes for the household when it becomes a city. How does a household become a city, though? The household starts with a partnership within the home. Then, once that partnership grows and parents have children and grandchildren, it turns into a village. Once the village grows, it turns into a city, which marks the end. The city is an end just like nature is an end. When a human being or household comes into its being, it is complete, and it comes into its full nature or self-sufficiency. The partnership that makes up the household is in many ways the partnership that makes up the city. A partnership aims for the most authoritative good. The partnership of nature also looks for the most authoritative good, which is to be the ruler rather than the ruled. So when asked, is a city natural, at first thought one would tend to say no. But when looking at what makes up a partnership in a household and a city, especially the partnership of the parent and child, we can see that the city is in fact extremely natural. The nature of an end and the fulfillment of self-sufficiency, which is also an end, is what is best. Whether a human, animal, or household, when its coming into being is complete, is the nature of that thing. From this is evident that the city belongs among the things that exist in nature and is indeed natural.